Welcome, my brothers and sisters. So grateful to be sharing my journey with all of you. Grateful for your feedback on these channeled energy healing meditations that I'm recording. So this morning we are going to do a grounding meditation for root chakra healing. So let's take a few moments now to drop into the beauty of this time and space. Let's come into this present moment. And let's offer up any stressors, any worries, any looping thoughts to our Mother Earth, our spirit guides, our ancestors, anything heavy that may be weighing you down. With your breath, you can allow yourself to release that, surrender into this moment, into your body. It's really incredible to be sharing my journey with all of you, and believe it or not, you all are such a motivating factor that is keeping me going in creating these meditations. And it's interesting how our moods and emotions can change very rapidly. So on Monday, I recorded a meditation for bliss and abundance, and I was in just a very high and happy state, a natural high. And then on Tuesday, I had a series of events, stressors that just really kind of pissed me off and put me in a somewhat negative space. So I went to bed at around 8 o'clock last night. I started a meditation, listening to a meditation of a friend, and ended up falling asleep at some point during it. And still this morning, I woke up with these looping thoughts and worst case scenario thinking and a racing mind, and just a general sense of unease, disease, almost electrical sensations within my body. And I think that there are many important lessons that we need to learn from these negative experiences, right? And one is that our emotions are quite valid. We have these negative emotions and feelings that come to the surface when we're triggered by these seemingly small and almost meaningless events. because they're part of an underlying issue that wants to be healed. And in my case, it helped me to realize that I'm still holding trauma in my root chakra that I thought I had healed. And I hate to be the one to break this to all of you if you don't already know, but healing is a lifelong journey. I don't believe that I'm ever gonna come to a place where every single day, 24 hours of that day, 7 days a week is always going to be rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, like the experiences I spoke about in my previous meditation that just put me in such a great space, right? It's a balance. We're going to have different things that come up that trigger us. And I feel that what I'm here to teach you today and the messages that I want to relay to you is that when we're feeling these negative emotions, instead of trying to push them away or numb them out, not feel them, tell ourselves we shouldn't feel these emotions. What we need to learn how to do is to create a safe space and a safe container to really drop in and feel them and understand the reasons behind the emotions and sensations. And what's coming up to be healed. A great teacher of mine once told me a native proverb that really stuck with me, and I think about it quite often when I tell myself, oh, you shouldn't feel stressed out over this. This is not a big deal. I try to catch myself and stop and think about this story that I'm going to share with you now. So, when we have something that happens to us, generally a traumatic event, or somebody or something hurts us, that's like being shot with an arrow, right? We're going to feel pain, and it's probably not our fault, and there's nothing that we can really do about it except surrender to it. And as the healing process naturally happens, our mind, body, and spirit know how to heal. And the pain will slowly start to go away on its own. However, when we tell ourselves we shouldn't feel this pain, we shouldn't feel this sadness or this anger, this rage or this grief, and we try to push it down, push it away, do anything we can to numb it out, That's us shooting ourselves with a second arrow. So I hope that in sharing that with you, you can be more mindful and more gentle with yourselves, and just remember that you are a divine being on this planet having a human experience. So really dropping into our bodies now, deepening our breath, noticing the sensations of our breath as it enters through our nose, travels through our bodies, down our throat, into our heart space, filling up our lungs, sending that breath down into our bellies, and welcoming the peace and serenity that comes along with calming our central nervous system. Welcoming the parasympathetic nervous system to take over and put us in a state of rest and digest for the remainder of our time together here, so that we can process our emotions and heal. And scanning our bodies now without trying to change anything or judge anything, especially if we enter this meditative space in a state of stress or anxiety, panic maybe. Just noticing anything that arises as you draw your attention to the top of your head, your scalp, your hair follicles, the back of your head, and the front of your face. Just notice if you're carrying any tension, as we often do, in your forehead or your jaw, your cheeks. You can force a yawn here if you want to. Yawning actually calms the body. If you've ever noticed a pack of dogs together, a group of dogs, or it's actually a behavior that has descended from wolves and coyotes. When they're in a pack and one yawns, the rest start to yawn, because they only yawn when they're at peace and they know that they're safe. So if you force a yawn, your body will start to feel safer and calmer. We share this with our canine friends. And drawing your attention into your throat and your neck, Noticing any sensations, any tension you may be holding here, into your shoulders, front and back, down into your arms, your elbows, your hands and fingers. And noticing your chest and your heart space. Your ribs, front and back, your spinal cord, upper abdomen, the navel, lower abdomen, lower back, buttocks, front and back of the hips, down into the thighs, the knees, front and back of the lower legs, and drawing the attention down into your feet, the tops of your feet, the tops of your toes, the soles of your feet and the bottom of your toes. And now feeling our connection to Mother Earth and calling in any spirit guides or ancestors who you may feel connected to, who you may work with. I'm going to call in to archangels who I work with regularly, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, because they are very good at helping to cut any cords that no longer serve us. So oftentimes we tie ourselves up to trauma in our past and we store it in our body. It becomes part of our identity and such a huge part of our subconscious mind, which is the vast majority of your brain. 85 to 90% of your brain is the subconscious mind, where in your regular waking state, you don't realize that your subconscious mind is controlling your thoughts and your patterns of behavior. And if you don't do this profound healing work that we're engaging in right now, you're operating from the past and you're going to stay stuck in the past, repeating the same behaviors until it comes to the surface and you're able to heal it. So now that we've created this safe and sacred container, we're going to allow ourselves to feel any emotions that want to be felt, so that we can allow ourselves to release them and return to a state of balance, peace, and serenity. And drawing in the essence of snowflake obsidian. It's a beautiful black crystal with white markings that often look like snowflakes, hence its name. And not only is this a very grounding crystal that helps us to heal the root chakra, it also absorbs and transmutes any negative energy, maybe stored in our body or maybe in the space around our body. So either just visualizing that black and white crystal now, or welcoming its essence into your body. You can visualize it placed somewhere near your root chakra, or near your hips, or near the base of your spine. And as you exhale your next couple of breaths, you can actually imagine yourself breathing out anything that no longer serves you and offering it to this crystal, to your spirit guides, or to Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael, because they know how to do this work, right? They know how to transmute these energies that don't serve us into energies of a much higher vibration that will help us to feel calm and peaceful and empowered. So really welcoming in our connection with this planet now, with the divine, with the collective, our brothers and sisters, with the plants, the animals, the sky and the clouds. Welcoming in the idea and the concept that we are all one. We are all here to serve each other. As we breathe out, the trees and plants convert our exhale from carbon dioxide into the oxygen that we need to breathe, that we need to survive. And in much the same way, our Mother Earth and our spirit guides know how to transmute this negative energy that we are offering up, that we are releasing, that we may feel like we don't even know how to handle or what to do with, or why does it keep coming up. We don't need to know. We don't need to have a plan. We just need to trust that these forces all around us know what to do with this energy so that it can serve our highest self, our greatest good, and what is best for the collective and our planet. And as we take these final moments together, welcoming in the color red, filling up your root chakra, the base of your body, allowing this red ball of energy to glow brighter and brighter. Really anchor us into the present moment, to the here and now. Offering up gratitude to Grandfather Fire for burning up what no longer serves us. Gratitude to Grandmother Water for cleansing our emotions, for the clarity that comes with her presence, for the deep understanding and knowing that we are exactly where we are meant to be today, in this moment, on our journeys with our friends, families, loved ones. Gratitude for the emotions, both positive and negative, and the lessons that we learned in this sacred space and time. And noticing any differences in our bodies from when we did our initial scan, where we may have felt tense and stressed. Noticing the peace and serenity that has now entered our mind, body, spirits, and soul. Giving thanks for these changes, these transmutations. And starting to come back into our bodies, into the present moments, into this time and space. Very slowly making little tiny movements with the fingers and toes, welcoming those movements into the feet and hands, making some little circles with the feet and the wrists. Giving a stretch to our arms and legs. Linking open the eyes now. Welcoming in the space around you. Gratitude to space. Gratitude to our bodies that serve us so well for our work on this planet. Gratitude to all of you for sharing this space with me, my brothers and sisters, sharing our healing journeys together, stepping into our power, into our potential as we create the beautiful lives that we were meant to lead. I hope that your day is calm, peaceful, and serene, filled with divine love, joy, and abundance. Aho.